Hey everybody, welcome here to Musicians Edition. I am Evan on the piano, and in this video we are continuing to talk about arpeggios on the piano. We covered some common arpeggios in 4/4 and 6/8 by looking at some songs, so go ahead and check out that video first if you want more of an introduction into these and some common examples of arpeggios. In this one, we're going to start going through some exercises to improve your ability to play arpeggios and going into some wide movements across the piano, doing octaves with arpeggios. So we'll start with just simple arpeggios and work our way up. So arpeggios are made out of their 1, 3, 5 triads. Only those 3 notes for the most common ones that we're just going to stretch across the keyboard and repeat. So the most common one we can play is just a 1, 3, 5, 1, and just coming back down. So ascending and descending. So that's our first step in making sure we can play these. And our fingering for this, for the left hand, we'll be using pinky, middle, index, and thumb. And for the right hand, we use thumb, index, middle, and pinky. So for both hands, the ring finger gets left out. So it is thumb, index, middle, and pinky for both hands. Okay, so left hand, pinky, middle, index, thumb. That's our 5, 3, 2, and 1 fingers. You just want smooth and evenly spaced out, even volume. We'll add in the right hand. Thumb, index, middle, pinky are 1, 2, 3, 5s. Make sure you can play them together. Let's go at the same time. A bit quicker. Alright, and that's our basic, just playing in C major with C, E, and G with C on top. So we want to be able to play different kinds of chords, so including just some with black keys. So we can switch over and let's play a chord that has some black keys. We can go to B major. B major is B, D sharp, F sharp for the 1, 3, 5. So we'll use the higher B up as well too, and we'll play the same pattern. But we want to be able to play this with different chords moving across the piano and not just staying with all white keys. So let's go left hand as well. B, D sharp, F sharp, B. Same fingerings. No ring finger playing, just the other 4. Okay, so that is our same 1, 3, 5, 1 arpeggios, just with some black keys in there. When we are ready to step it up, if you know any chord progressions, you could try moving between chords as well now. Maybe start by just doing 2 chords back and forth, and then eventually you could go on to 4 chord progressions. And what you'll have to get in the habit of is obviously swapping your hand and fingers around, but being able to lock into those 4 notes that we're going to be playing. For example, that C, E, G, C, and then having to change chords, change all those fingers. If they're using black keys, some not, you have to change the positioning of them as well too. So that's where it gets a bit trickier, but more applicable because this is how you're going to hear it in songs with chord progressions. So an easy one we can try is, let's play that B, D sharp, F sharp, B, that B major, and let's go to C sharp minor right after. Back to B major. We can do just 1 playthrough instead of twice, so quicker changes. And that is our right hand, so we'll do it with our left as well. Okay, We'll do those quicker changes here. This one gets you working on your pinky because you have to have your pinky be the one landing, kind of being your anchor down here, so making sure you're pressing up nice and firm on that C sharp as you make that change. Alright, a little bit of a tougher movement using that left hand pinky there, but it's going to be a key component to our arpeggios, so that is a good way to practice that. We can also, of course, put these together with both hands. We'll go nice and slow. Get quicker when you're ready. All right, and that is a 2-chord progression. We can always level that up and do 4 chords. If you come across any chord progressions in songs or ones that you're familiar with or just kind of playing around with chords, you can level it up to that. Makes it a bit more challenging, get your brain really thinking about which notes you need to be locked into for each chord, especially if you do it with both hands. But let's move on to our next exercise. And next we're going to do octaves. We'll do 2 octaves for each of our arpeggios. And for that we can go back to C major and just play white keys. We can start by just playing one hand at a time, and it is kind of like doing scales, where in scales you have the... And it's kind of like doing scales, where in scales you have the point where you need to do the hop over the thumb, or the thumb tuck back under, depending on which way you're going. We're going to have to do something like that as well, too, because our whole hand can't stretch in 2 octaves. Which is what we're going to do, play from low C to the higher C up here. So to do that, we're going to stay with the same fingering. It is still going to be pinky, middle, index, thumb, but then we got to get ready to do our jump over here. And just like what we do with our scales, it's our middle finger that's going to land here, followed by the index, followed by the thumb playing on that C at the top. And then from that C up top, we're going to play index, middle, tuck the thumb under, index, middle, finish with a pinky. Okay, so one more time. I've got my stand in the middle, but I'll jump over with my thumb. Should be a little smoother for you though. And then go back, index, middle, thumb, index, middle, pinky. I'll use my other hand to help me out just because I have my stand in the middle, but you can play that all the way through. That is our full 2 octaves playing these arpeggios, which is again just C, E, G, C, E, G, C, all the way up. The right hand, we can do the same thing as well too. Right hand, same fingerings that we've been doing. We're gonna go thumb, index, middle. You're gonna wanna tuck the thumb under, so if I'm playing it from down here, get our thumb tucked and really far over, ready to play, because we want this as smooth as possible with the same spacing between all of our notes. So that thumb's gotta make a big jump there. With our pinky finishing up top. Okay, again, even spacing, nice and smooth, whatever pace you need to be able to play all these on the same tempo. You don't want to have someone be able to listen to it and differentiate from where you are making your jumps or your twists with your hands. So loosen up those wrists for these. We're going to have to be doing tucks of, moving our wrist positions, going this way. Same with our left hand when we had to do our jump over nice and quick with our thumb back under. So make sure you use that dexterity. I've got kind of long fingers, so it's not too hard for me, but work on whatever technique you need to be able to play those nice and smooth out. That is our 2 octaves with both hands now. So you see the notes here. Here it is for the right hand one more time. we'll go faster and faster with it. All right, in our left hand one more time with those octaves. All right, so again, finishing with your thumb up top here. All right, that is our left hand. And we can do the same thing by looking at B major one more time if we want to play some black keys as it gets a little bit more challenging. This one's not so bad. It gets a little bit harder when you have to have your pinky be the one, that first root note being the one you have to play. So that one we could get with C sharp minor. Because you have to get your thumb tucked underneath onto that sharp there. So C sharp minor one more time with the left hand. All right, so that was with the left hand, B major. Same chord we played earlier, C sharp minor, same chord we played earlier. Okay, back to back. All right, that is your left hand. We can do that same thing with the right hand, starting off with B major. These are octaves of B major, with the B up top, same as before. Let in that C sharp minor. Okay, and both of them together. So that is our first lesson into arpeggios there. Practice swapping in those chord progressions. You can go 2 chords like we just did here. You can go 4 chords. When you make those chord changes, you kind of have to reset your brain of what are my 3 chords I need to lock into, especially when you're going up octaves and having to kind of count along with your fingers on playing all those notes. Because we're playing all together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just got to make sure we know all those landing spots as we switch between those chords, especially when we mix in those black keys as well too. So practice those 2 chord progressions, 4 chord progressions, playing with those left and right hands. And in the next video, we will continue to go into arpeggio exercises. Next going to be using both of your left and your right hand, but not having them play the same thing. So we can have our left hand playing slower, kind of every other, while our right hand plays quicker. That sounds more like a melody. So we'll look at more exercises and things that are more realistic to what we'll see in songs in the next video. But I hope this is a good way for you to understand arpeggios and get introduced to playing them on your piano. Have fun playing them, and we will see you next time here at Musicians Edition.